Okay, now before we start with question number 9 and question 10, just let me explain you a few things. When we say consecutive or consecutive, it's one after the other. Like suppose if one number is 7, the second number is 8. Now, if you know 7, to get 8, what will you do? Like you'll just add 1 to it and you will get the next number. And if you have consecutive even numbers, that is 2 and 4 for example. So if first number is 2, to get the second number you will add 2 to the given number and you'll get the next number. And say if you have consecutive odd numbers 1 and 3, just this is an example only. If first number is 1, to get the second number you will again add 2 and you will get the next number. So whether it is the case of even numbers or it is the case of odd numbers, we have to add 2 to obtain the second number. In case the first number is not given, we'll take the first number as x, the second number will be x plus 2, third will be x plus 4, x plus 6, x plus 8, x plus 10, x plus 12 and so on. Now let's start with question number 9. It said that sum of two consecutive positive odd numbers is 216. You have to find the smaller of the two numbers. So let one number, let it be the smaller one, be x. So second number will be, which is the bigger one obviously, plus 2, x plus 2. And sum is given as 216. Now you make an equation. First number plus the second number is equal to the sum. After getting the equation, x and x becomes 2x. Take this plus 2 to the other side, subtract it. 2x is equal to 214. The value of x is 214 upon 2. The value of x is 107. Now, x was the smaller number, that is what they asked. So therefore, one positive integer or the smaller number is equal to 107. Suppose you have to find the second number also. Just add 2 to it and you will get the second number. Now, similarly, we'll do the 10th question. Again, I'll give you the equation and you do it yourself. They have given that 3 numbers sum, which are positive even numbers. Their sum is 180. You have to find all the numbers. So there are 3 numbers. So we take one number as x, second will be x plus 2, third will be x plus 4, sum is 180. Now how to make equation? Number 1 plus number 2 plus number 3 is equal to the sum. Now add the x terms, please find out the value of x and that will be your first number. You have to find all the 3 here. So for the second add 2 and for the third add 4 to it. Now moving on to question number 11. It is told in question 11 what should be added to the numbers. They have given you 4 numbers 8, 15, 18 and 30. They have given these 4 numbers and you have to add something to these numbers and in such a way that they will be in proportion. So first of all, let what we are and same number we have to add to all. So let the number which has to be added be equal to x. Now we have to form the numbers. We have to write the numbers in proportion. So first number plus x, second number plus x, third number plus x and the fourth number plus x because same number is being added to all the 4. And now how the numbers are in proportion? The ratio between the first and the second is equal to the ratio between third and fourth. And we use the cross product rule. According to the cross product rule, term 1, term 2, term 3 and term 4. Term 1 and 4 are called the extreme terms. Term 2 and term 3 they are called the mean terms. So POE, that's product of extremes, is always equal to product of means. Multiply the outer terms, put them in bracket because there are two terms. Product of means, multiply the inner terms, again put them in bracket. I've used in out method here, like 8 out, this bracket in, plus x out, the same bracket in. 15 out, this bracket in, x out, the same bracket in. Now multiply, open like whatever is outside, multiply it with the inner terms. Keep multiplying it, x and x becomes x square. Same thing we'll do on the other side also. And after that we'll keep all x terms on the same side and the constants on the other side. Plus x square and minus x square gets cut. 8 and 30 is 38. From 38 subtract 15 and then subtract 18. You get 5x and 270 minus 240 is 30. The value of x is 30 upon 5, that's 6. And what was x? X was a number to be added. So therefore, the number to be added is equal to 6. Okay, in the next question it is said, that's a condition given. denominator is 1 less than twice the numerator. It means here numerator is unknown. So if I take numerator as x, my denominator will be 1 less than twice the numerator. So twice the numerator is 2x and 1 less is minus 1. So that's the numerator and this is the denominator. So the fraction will become x upon 2x minus 1. This will be the fraction. There is a second condition. Condition number 2. Numerator is decreased by 3. Now what you will do? You will decrease the numerator by 3 and your fraction will become 1 by 7. So now that's the equation we will get. See, first of all, fraction means a numerator upon denominator. If numerator is not given, let it be x. Denominator will be 1 less than twice the numerator, that is 2x minus 1, and fraction will become numerator upon denominator. Then there is a condition that the numerator is decreased by 3 and fraction will become 1 by 7. Single fraction on left, single on the right, multiply, cross multiply. X minus 3 will be multiplied by 7, put it in a bracket, and 2x minus 1 will be multiplied with 1. It remains same. 7 into x, 7x, 7 into 3 is 21. Next, on solving your equation, you will get the value of x as 4. Now, when you get the value of x as 4, the fraction is x upon 2x minus 1. That's 4 upon 2 into 4 minus 1. That becomes 4 upon 7. Next is question number 15. We have question that sides of triangles are given and the perimeter is given. So, sides are given as side number 1, side number 2 and side number 3, and perimeter is given as 55 units. Now we all know that perimeter is nothing else but sum of all the sides. Perimeter is side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. And now I'm going to add the x terms. 3x, 4x, 5x becomes 12x. Minus 3 and plus 3 gets cut. Minus 3 and plus 3 gets cut. It becomes 0. And this plus 7 will be taken to the other side. It becomes minus 7. 12x is 48. X is 48 on 12. The value of x is 4. Now, after you get the value of x as 4, your side 1, you put the value of x is 19. And there is no meter centimeter given. They have given perimeter also units. So we will also write units. Side 2, 13 units. And side number 3 will be equal to 23 units. Okay, question 16. Width is 3/4 the length, but what is length is not given. So let the length of the rectangle be, talking about rectangle, let the length be x, and width is 3/4 the length, that is 3 by 4x, and perimeter is given as 84 centimeter. Apply the formula of perimeter. Perimeter is 2 length plus breadth. 84 is 2l plus b. Take this 2, it's being multiplied here, shift it to the other side, it will divide. Find out the LCM. 4x plus 3. This is 42 is equal to 7x upon 4. Keep x here. Take 7 upon 4 to the other side and reciprocate it. The value of x is 24. So length was x. Length is 24 centimeter. The width was 3 by 4 times the length. That is 3 upon 4 into 24, which is equal to 18 centimeters.